Are coming off a absolute shellacking at the hands of Alaska Anchorage.
Yeah, up in Alaska, man.
It's no fun. They played great in their Thursday game Saturday. Unfortunately, the worst loss in team history, but it looks like they've turned the page.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that anymore.
We're not talking about it. There you go. Yeah. You just move on. So getting out there, Bella Petrojetti will be starting for the Wolves, and she's kind of all everything, the leading scorer on the team at nearly 18 points a game, coming off of her second 30-point performance. She's going to be in the backcourt with number 1, and I really want you to take a look at this player, and that is Sienna. Sienna Wells has got all of the game you could want from your two-guard position, plays even more like the point guard, but the point guard tonight will be Enid Vaifanua. Fools around, gets triple doubles maybe. We'll see. We don't know quite yet. Natalie Brown will hold down the middle. That's a double-double waiting to happen according to statistics. And then there also will be Selai New in there as well. Now, taking on, you may not know all of these ladies, but it'll be Ava Cook, a forward, 5'11" junior from Sherwood, Oregon, wearing number 2. For the visitors, Lindsay Barden will be the guard, 5'5" junior from Gresham, Oregon. Sam Barlow High School. Got good friends that went there myself. Emily Holson is another guard, 5'6" from Sammamish. Yes,
Sammamish, yep.
East Lake High School. Down there, they're going to have a lot of guards out there. Anya Henderson, 5'7" from Clackamas, Oregon, and Clackamas High School. And then it will be Keiki McGee from Hawaii in there. And it will be Wells that will control the tip for the Wolves on this opening possession. Now joining us for the first time in our color commentator seat, Cole Weber. Looks like it's a turnover. We said this could be kind of something to watch.
Very first possession. Ball goes out of bounds. And now Pacific, a team returning just one starter from last year's squad that went to the NWC Championship and lost.
See, it's what we bring in. We got the good info. Right now, the Wolves, again, can't cry about what happened last weekend. They want to get something going good early, and the three-pointer from Pacific and the Road Warriors come in here after losing 3 straight, and they will get an initial three-pointer off of the wing, and that will be Barden for 3.
Yeah, Lindsay Barden hasn't had a lot of experience playing in her last few years. She's a junior, but she's come off the bench in years past, offered a spark, and just like that, first basket of the game.
McGee gets the rebound. They're in transition now for the Boxers, already up 3-0, just less than a minute gone. And it will be a defensive foul called, the number 13, Enid Vaifanua.
I'm a big fan of physical defense, Matthew. I mean, I want somebody who's going to get up there, that Pat Bev kind of defense.
You'll enjoy Coach Petros and what she wants to bring to it. She definitely wants to play as much man. They want to get as good a communication as they can. But, again, both these teams, not a lot of size, so I expect a lot of perimeter opportunities as another 3 goes up, in and out. And it'll be Wells with the rebound, but she drops it. Back to Pacific. They're now in transition. Nice drop pass, no walk. And off of the bank, it is a 5-0 lead on the McGee easy putback.
Anya Henderson with the bucket. Another person who's been in the program for a while. She's actually a graduate student, but this is her first real experience getting major minutes for the Boxers.
Brown missed everything on the previous offensive possession for the Wolves, setting the screen. She'll get the ball as it's fumbled away. They'll kick it out and in over to Vaifanua. She misses the 3, and the rebound is controlled by Pacific. Wolves still scoreless, and again, this is something I wanted to talk to Cole about, and it's something that they have been struggling with. And if you look at the box score, unfortunately, of their last game, it got out of control, and it got out of control in a hurry. So basically right now, need to fundamentally just reset and get something good to happen here on defense and then go score.
Yeah, turning the ball over that much in a game, just giving up that many possessions, it's never going to be a good thing. But what I like about when you turn the ball over, that means you're trying to move the ball around, trying to make that extra pass, which at some point is going to work out.
And the shot will go up, and it is easy for Keiki McGee. And the 7-0 lead will get us a timeout. I think we will actually keep it right here because not what we were looking to see here on the start. They are going to make this a 30-second timeout, best I can tell. Again, the Wolves had just a totally unfortunate event in their last game, but the game before, 82-73 win, and that was on the 36 points and career high from Bella Petrojetti, who's still yet to put up a shot in this game. Got to get to the coaching staff. Coach Petros in her second season now, calling that timeout. DJ Marlowe is her assistant coach, and joining us here on the bench right now, Emily Wentworth. That is one of the most infectious team managers you will ever meet in your life. Great spirit. And on the other side, it's Alicia Parker as the head coach. Assistant coaches, Abby Anderson, Brill Kokoloff, and I believe Hayaku.
Yeah, and actually, fun fact about Haya, she is the girlfriend of the running back coach at Pacific, a guy that I actually was a teammate with for 2 years at Pacific's football team.
Well, so far the Wolves 0 for 1 from behind the line, 0 for 2 from the 2-point conversions. That's a 0%. Their counterparts 3 of 4 from the field and enjoying a 7-0 lead to start this game. One of the things we're going to find out about the Wolves as we go on, Cole, is again, you look at some of the starter numbers and how many minutes they have to play. They only are carrying 9 available players tonight, right? So you have to watch for the foul trouble, or if somebody just goes, hey, I need the tap, get me out.
Yep. Don't want to get gassed, especially with this full court press that Pacific's bringing. Got to be in good condition.
Vaifanua now will restart with Wells at the top. 18 on the shot clock. They'll go down to Brown there. This free throw line extended is what I talked to Cole about. In and out. Best look for the Wolves so far. Love the fundamental. Oh, look at Wells anticipate.
Nice. That's a good play.
Sometimes
good, looking like a DB out there.
She did. The anticipation, step into the passing lane. What's so fun about her is all arms and legs. And she's one of those people that can close distance quickly because she has the long reach. She's always hunting, basically, for that pass. It's weak out there. Petrojetti now defends. Again, Wolves, a bagel so far through 2.5 minutes. Playing good D here, up and under the miss, and the offensive board goes to Pacific. Doesn't touch a Wolf. And right now, Coach Petros is about ready to clear the bench. And this is probably in your history too, Cole, as the pressure comes again from Pacific with this 10-0 lead. That's a player and the coaches are disgusted. They're saying, like, everybody's got to
get everybody off the court.
We have to start from fresh. Petrojetti gets an easy look. Finally, the Wolves are on the board, trailing 10-2. It takes 3 minutes and 9 seconds on the Petrojetti layup.
10-2, spotting them 10 points to start off. It's a long game, though. Basketball is a long game.
Way of runs, open 3, and the bank
is open today.
Good golly, Miss Molly. It is a really quick start for Pacific. Now leading by 11, their largest lead on the Keiki McGee bank 3-pointer. They'll go down to Brown. Wells, the lefty, goes up in form, in and out. And again, boards are being controlled specifically by the Boxers as they go into transition, trying to increase on this lead.
The Boxers are a team that they lost a lot of size from last year's group, and one of their big problems so far this year has been getting offensive boards, getting extra possessions, and they've done that so far tonight.
Let's play catch up. Everybody's coming out. 4 of the 5 starters are hitting. They're hitting some the bench. Petrojetti is the only player that remains in the starting lineup. Best I can tell, we have Brianna Badoni in the game. We have Maya India Thomas in the game. We have to keep going down the low here. Salma Youngblood is in the game. Petrojetti misses the easy one.
There's no board.
Got to get that offensive board, second chance. Shot clock goes back to 20. Petrojetti hasn't taken a deep shot yet. Gets it to Youngblood. She hooks around, goes up strong. And back-to-back buckets now for the Wolves. 9-point game.
I think that was Tao with the bucket there.
Easy 3 on that look, but in and out. And the smaller Boxers boxing out.
Another
and they have gotten every 50-50 and loose ball so far, including all the boards. Great move individually, high off of the glass, and that is easy cooking if you are Sade Williams.
Sade Williams has packed a scoring punch so far this year.
Well, again, a nice little adjustment here to have Tao in the game and give them a presence down on that low block. 2 buckets in a row for 0. 15-6. 3-pointer from the corner, misses everything. Petrojetti has it. Looks up the court. Has a player open, looks for the numbers, going up strong. Left side, no foul called. Little bit surprised we didn't get one. That My India Thomas had the ball, but they didn't call it. Boxers right back, go up, and they miss it. Ball going to go out of bounds off of the Wolves. It's going to be off of Youngblood, and it's going to stay here.
Looking more like a track meet than a basketball game so far.
They can get like this. They get going up and down pretty good. Jasmine Oliver, I believe, enters the game for the first time. Ava Cook is back in. Back to the bench will be Henderson. 22 seconds on the shot clock, 4:45 remaining, and the Boxers up by 9. Dribble drive, easy shot. You're not going to miss many of those if you get Emily Holson right there in the pocket.
And Emily Holson is the only starter coming back from last year, and she just does a lot of different things on the court. She's done anything that they've ever asked her to do. Plays great defense, good passer, good shooter.
In rhythm 3, missed shot again, and I can't say enough about whatever they saw on tape. Pacific seems to know where every ball is going to go. Another traveling. Uh-oh. Everybody a little bit animated over there. It does happen from time to time. 17-6, 11-point lead. Second time we've seen the Boxers with that lead. First was at 13-2.
There we go.
Petrojetti getting hounded there on the defensive side by Sade Williams.
First foul call of the game.
That's nuts.
Yeah, 6 minutes in.
Coach Petras took 4 of her 5 starters out, has made a mini run. They're going right back down to Tao where it worked before. And again, fun now is that there's a little bit more physicality being, I'd say, exuded by the Lady Wolves right here. Because I think early on, the tempo was maybe a little bit much and they didn't have a chance to put a body on anybody. But now you're seeing Tao, look at this, right back at it. She's going up again.
Oh. And they're going to call that a travel.
But they clearly have a mismatch problem if they're the Boxers. They have not enjoyed it all seeing Tao in the game.
No, they have not.
I was watching the Emirates Cup last night. I was watching Giannis Antetokounmpo. They said, yeah, that's a guy I wouldn't want to get in the way of if they're heading downhill. When I look at Tao, if she's got a clear lane, yeah, I probably am going to step aside. Here comes another travel. It's kind of been sort of contagious right here. That's 3 out of the last 4 possessions for Pacific with a travel.
With a travel. Wow. Guess who I just saw walk into the building here, Matthew? The guy that I just shouted out, Zach Kamey, the running back coach from Pacific, sitting over there with the black beanie on.
I didn't know we were going to have pop culture in the middle. This is a turnover again by the Wolves, now leading to transition for the Boxers. Stop, pop, and good. Now it is 19-6, 13 points, a Dakers dozen. That is the largest lead for the visitors right here. These two teams have not squared off since 1994 or when I was a junior in high school.
Wow, junior in high school in 1994.
Petrojetti misses it. Yeah, you weren't even born yet.
No.
Williams now into the front court, kicks it over to the wing, looking for the 3, but they'll go back to Williams, top of the key in rhythm. That looks good. It's not good. Off, but finally a defensive board.
Good
and
pass.
Then getting it out into transition. The Wolves looking for numbers. There it is. Secondary break. 3-point shot is a miss. And the rebound again goes to Burke and the Boxers. I don't want to look at these things. I don't want to put my iPad up because I don't know if the Wolves have an offensive rebound yet. Maybe one.
No, and I feel like the Boxers have, I think, at least 3.
Again, they're getting the shots right where you want to get them. So Cook flashes up, and it's an easy bucket. It is 21-6, and this looks eerily familiar to the 4 out of 4 quarters last Saturday in Alaska. And I just think right now it's a question of you got to get a few stops. And if they don't get stops, then you can't get back into this game. One and done for the Wolves offense, and in a paltry attempt at offense. That's another walk.
That's definitely a travel, yeah.
That
Got to put the ball down before you take
easy.
steps.
I mean, Brooklyn Burke, I feel your pain. I don't have long legs, but that's a lot. Brown and Wells will come back into the game. We will see going back to the bench for the Lady Wolves. Badoni goes to the bench, and
Tao does as well.
Tao goes as well. I saw Tao on that last possession say, hey, coach, I've had a good run. Brown comes back in, starting basically center for this team. She goes up strong, still has not made a bucket. Looks for the second chance, gets it.
Hey, first no board.
I love it. Petrojetti on the second chance opportunity. Doesn't settle for the 3, gets into a nice spot about 8 feet away, hits the bucket. Wolves still trailing by 13.
Nothing better to look at than a nice little floater from 7 to 8 feet.
I'll take it.
Nice pass. Great pass. Look at that.
Recognizing
needle threader.
Little needle threader coming in. And again, Pacific has really had their way with the Wolves again. Have them out of sorts. Petrojetti going to get a foul. Certainly deserved it on that call right there on the reach-in.
Got a full
from
forearm.
Sydney Esperanza.
A lot of subs here for the Boxers now. Holson comes back in, and my nickname for her was the Red Rifle after Andy Dalton.
There's a good reference. Nice pass down to Vaifanua on the inbound from Wells.
Great finish.
Coming off an 11-game assist performance is Wells. Again, it's another walk. I got to say something right now about Miss Burke. All she needs to do is remember to dribble first, then go.
Remember, she only gets 2 steps.
Yeah, and she's taking those steps before she begins dribbling the ball. 23-10 in what's been a long first quarter for the Wolves. Brown now free throw line extended back to Wells. Wells will look back to Brown, but it'll be Petrojetti at the top of the key. Brown gives the pick. Now Petrojetti will swing it back to Vaifanua. Vaifanua looking for a little body and contact. Gets it, tip back out, she gets it. Open player as well. She'll go over to Petrojetti far side. Petrojetti trying to use her length, all 5'10", to get an easier shot. 10 on the shot clock. Wells dribbles left hand, goes up and misses it. Great one-on-one move, saw the lane, took it, missed the shot. 2-for-1 opportunity now for the Boxers, already enjoying a 20-10 lead.
That's what we call a $1 million move, 10-cent finish.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes, get there. Open three is missed. Box out from Wells. Wells wants to go in transition. Feels a little bit of pressure, but now nobody stops her. Out to Petrojetti in transition on the three. She misses it. Brown with the offensive board. Goes back up strong, and she gets the Wolves back within 11. Under 18 seconds remaining. No shot clock on. Boxers looking to see if they can take more of a lead into a first quarter where they have shot the ball particularly well, and they have rebounded the ball particularly well. Vaifanua going to be reached or get called for the reach-in.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I thought she got all ball on that one.
We very rarely will get the replays. We sometimes do when it's a little bit controversial. That one, they don't have the right to make the call, go and take a look at it. It did look like a lot of ball, maybe lower body, not entirely sure.
Yeah.
Burden at the free throw line for a pair. In and out.
Barden this season from the free throw line shooting 77%, and that just went down after that last shot.
Misses a pair. Brown with the rebound. 4 on the shot clock. Tipped by the Boxers. Vaifanua gets it down court. They will have it be another turnover. Burke steps in, and it will be 23-10. Wolves trailing the Boxers here on Woo TV. We'll be back for the second quarter in just a moment. Welcome back to the new PE building. I am Matthew Palumbo. I am joined alongside Cole Weber in his debut as our newest and greatest member of Woo TV, doing color commentary. 23-10, literally a story of 10 of 17 shooting versus 6 of 20, and then the Boxers really coming in with a game plan about to rebound the ball, and they did a great job of that for the first 8 minutes, led by as many as 15 in that first quarter. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Looks like it's going to go off Brown's foot. Boxers retain possession.
Actually, Brown came back in there at the end of the first quarter and gave him a little bit of rebounding punch. Got 3-0 boards herself. 4 for Western Oregon.
Stop and pop, and that's becoming something very easy for Keiki McGee to do. Now 3 of 4 in the game, and she's getting her shot where she wants it.
Getting to her spot. Made a good pass as well earlier, too.
Yeah, that was the one you called on the kind of threading the needle. Vaifanua goes down low, has Youngblood, I believe, down there. Actually, I take that back. It was Youngblood. Yeah.
That was Youngblood, yep.
Opening score for the Wolves, trading baskets with the Boxers in the opening minute of the second quarter. Kick out. Burke does not walk. Stops and pops, misses. Vaifanua goes in. She's got Youngblood to the left, but I think this is all one-on-one. She goes, and I think she's going to get the foul. Usually the aggressor will get that call, even though she looked a little out of control.
Just a tiny bit, not too much, not enough to not get the foul call there. First time go to the line, I believe, for the Wolves in this
Averaging
game.
9 points, 6.4 rebounds, and 4.6 assists. She's actually second best to Wells. Surprising that your point guard is not the top assist
That's
person.
what I was thinking when I was looking at the stats earlier today.
She gets the first now. It's a 10-point game, looking for a single-point game now. 25-16 on a pair of free throws by Enid Vaifanua, number 13. I don't want to see McGee with the ball right now, and I think they figured that out too. So now they will go with a little two-man game up top. Little fadeaway jumper, and again, kind bounces for almost all of these players. Henderson with another bucket. 11-point game now in transition. Petrojetti goes down low to Brown. Brown picked up by Henderson, now bumping back and forth. Again, long with it. Youngblood comes up with an offensive rebound and a putback.
Another O board for the Wolves, their 5th of the game.
Funny thing when you can't contribute on the offensive side, if you can stick your nose in there and get offensive rebounds and second chance points, those still count. Brown now becoming an enforcer on the defense and the offensive side. Vaifanua going to be fouled by the Boxers.
Maybe a little bit of a frustration foul there by Holson. Missed shot, kind of a wild, errant shot, and no need to make that play in the backcourt anyway.
9-point game again, 27-18. Trying to chip away at this. Again, multiple stops have not happened so far for the Wolves on this evening. Youngblood double team, kicks it back out, far corner. She's got Vaifanua open for three, and she buries it, and now it is a 6-point game, and this run is becoming a little bit more significant. First time it's been down to 6 points since early on when they led 7-0.
I completely forgot about that 10-0 start. 6-point game, Anya Henderson.
Blocked by the Wolves. Brown now rebounding and getting boards. Now it's McGee on the three, and that is money in the bank right now.
She is in fuego.
Money in the bank. Up 9 again, they match the three. Petrojetti now a little bit of trouble, wants to reverse the ball, gets it over to Vaifanua, who has that three, down low to Brown. Double teams comes, but it's late, and she misses it. Just needs to take a little bit more time. She has all of the space that she can create because of how early she establishes position, up and under. Great move, in and out for the Boxers. Vaifanua now head up, kicks it over, has it to Youngblood. Youngblood goes up strong and misses. Brown won't be able to get it. Boxers get the loose ball, up by 9. Trying to slow it down. I argue that Wells is the best overall defender on this team. They will be careful when they pass in her direction. Stop and pop, in and out.
Man, touched all of the rim there on that before rolling out.
Fell half of it go down, didn't quite go. Wolves have been within 6 moments ago. Coming out much stronger here in the first quarter, or second quarter.
It's a good pass.
Youngblood not in her rhythm and not really her shot, even though they're spreading the floor right now. Bella Petrojetti loves the matchup right now, gets the pick with 6 on the shot clock. Can she get the shot up? She does, and she is fouled.
Gets the foul call. First time for Petrojetti going to the line.
Petrojetti has been instant offense for this team all season. Has a couple of 30-point games, including one a week ago. A career high of 36.
36, 8th all time.
She had 7 threes that night.
Wow.
Feeling the money ball for sure.
Coming in for the Boxers, that is Sydney Esperanza.
Petrojetti misses it, not what you'd expect from her right now. Again, Wolves trying to claw back into this game, trailing by as many as 15 in the first quarter. Second free throw on the way for Petrojetti could make it an 8-point game.
Wow, misses them both. And she's shooting 79% on the season.
And that's where you like to see her make those shots, because that's how people can get in their rhythm. If they're not shots not falling early in the game, maybe you get a couple free throws. You go watch old tape of Jordan or Kobe Bryant, that's how they found their rhythm, was on the line. All right, good action again from the Boxers. I like these sets. They run everybody off of screens. They get Esperanza, who just checked in the bucket, and the 11-point lead is at double digits again for Pacific. Again, These two teams have not seen each other since 1994, and they're only separated by a little over an hour.
In 1994, that was before Western Oregon got their 2 national championships in 95 and 96. That's how long ago it was.
Now the Boxers in transition. Good defensive by Enid Fanoa. I am so impressed with her. Now going up on the other side,
she gets the
hit.
bucket.
And they're going to call the harm. She's going to the free throw line for a 3-point play opportunity. Great transition pass that finds the starting point guard.
Yeah, she's been a microwave so far today, just heating up. When she gets going, it looks like everybody else is getting going as well.
Moves at a much different speed than her counterpart Wells. It's a frenetic energy. It is 94, by 50, everything. Wells, again, it's more calculated. She can get away with more because of her length. But Vaifanua is super fun, and she charges up this team with a nice play. Brings them within 9. Now they need the board, but they cannot get it. Going to get a jump ball here? No. Wolves are going to wrestle it away, and they'll go right back into transition. Forward pass out to Wells. Now trying to kick it cross court, but again, it's too much time, and you can give any player that amount of time, and you can watch Jasmine Oliver just walk into essentially a pass to her.
That pass has got to be on a line if you're going to get that there.
High arcing shot from Ava Cook, and Ava Cook, again, this lead goes back out to double digits at 24.
One of my least favorite shots in basketball, the long 2. She was about a foot inside the 3-point line, looking like prime Kevin Garnett with that shot.
Petrojetti, again, reluctant to shoot the ball, but dribble drive now goes up, and that's what she has to do. She's 5'10". You go ahead and you look at anybody on these pieces of paper. I think she might be the one that's 5'10". So she can take advantage of that.
Yeah, definitely the tallest guard on the court right now. That is a tough, hard screen.
So Cook with the big jumper, then lays wood out to Petrojetti. Gets called for the offensive foul. And the Wolves again trying to take this down to a 6-point lead, but we're going to get a media timeout. 4:11 here remaining in the second quarter. The Wolves trailing by 8 here on Woo TV. Shoot 5 of 6 after shooting 6 of 20. If you got 20 points in the paint and you force 9 turnovers, you're lucky only to be down 8 based on some of your own woes. But hey, I like what I'm seeing in the second quarter.
Yeah,
only chipped away 2 points, but it's a big 2 points right now.
A lot more fight going on here in the second quarter, even towards the end of the first quarter. You spot a team 10 points start the game, it's not going to look great on the scoreboard.
Brown doesn't get on the catch, but she puts herself back together, and I think we're going to get these 3 in the key.
Yep.
Little camp out there for Brown. And again, this is something I would love to see the Wolves do when they have Brown or they've got Youngblood or somebody can post up down there. If they can get them from side to side within the lane, then kick the ball out. They wait a little bit too long on that play.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's when
came out of her hand.
That's when actually the backboard becomes a defender when you're out of control. Great no-look
pass. That's a good finish.
That's a great assist from Enid Fanoa. Out to Brown. I am super impressed. Looks off the other players to the right. Goes to Brown down low. Easy bucket. 6-point game. Step back. 3 short. Box out. Second effort from the Boxers. Again, their chances to get other looks tonight have been otherworldly because they've rebounded so well. And they convert.
That's what you get. When you get a second possession, usually going to get points out of it.
I mean, you know it as well as I do in football. I mean, the game is really in the trenches, the offensive, defensive line, but whoever wins that turnover battle typically wins. Brown now goes up quicker, one step, and then into her shot in rhythm. Wells recognizes that. And again, Wolves now in a more comfortable spot, trailing by 6.
Little baby hook there from Natalie Brown, averaging 10 points, 10 rebounds a game, and she's going to be really important, especially right now.
In the act of shooting, Wolves are going to get called for the defensive foul. I'll wait for who it's going to be. Petrojetti gets whistled for her first. Youngblood will check back in, and we will have Maya India Thomas come to the bench wearing number 23 for the Wolves.
Yeah, Natalie Brown on the court right now.
They're going to bring Tao in here. This is going to be a big lineup. This is interesting. You know,
Twin Towers?
Petrojetti, Brown. Yeah, I'm going to be interested who they take out here. They were. I think they were asking. I actually said, I wonder if Bella's going to get a rest because when we went in timeout, I said, Bella hasn't taken like about 1 minute. I'm like, I think she looked back. That was no.
No.
Wolves down by 8, just under 3 minutes. Token pressure by Pacific. They try to set that, but Faifanua just goes up and getting it there, but Brown
good board.
Escapes with the offensive board and put back. And again, Brown is going to get a double-double before this is over tonight.
Yeah, Brown, 6 foot. The tallest player on the court right now for the Boxers, I believe, is Anya Henderson at 5'7". Great hands. Great hands over here by JD, saving the computer.
Yeah, the money maker over here, actually. But yeah, you can't touch this now. Thank you. Good ball screen from the Boxers, but again, Wolves have come together here in the second quarter. Shooting the ball much better, closing out on defense, and the communication all there. Dribble drive, step in. Again, the long 2. Great save by Youngblood. Gets it out to Petrojetti. Now Petrojetti looking for numbers. Gets it to Vaifanua. Vaifanua gets it down to Brown.
Yep.
Seals off, and how do you miss it but the second chance, and the foul will get called on Oliver.
Got to take advantage of that. When you got a smaller defender fronting you and you get it over the top, that's a wide open layup.
First chance to see the Wolves back within 5 if a free throw is made here on the first end of 2. It's good, and the Wolves are within 5. Trailed 5-0 to open this game. As many as 10-0. Now trying to get it down to 4.
Brown making her presence felt, knocks down both free throws.
She's been the whole thing here in the last 3 or 4 minutes since she re-entered the game. Everything going through her. Oliver gets it down low. Wells, great D, great box out from the Wolves, but again, somehow, some way, a second chance opportunity for Pacific. Nursing a 4-point lead. It is missed. Brown gets it.
This is who you want with the ball coming up the court.
She will get people eyes. She'll get them open with her eyes. She looks it off. She comes back out. Brown kicking out into the corner. Wells doesn't have it. Goes down to Youngblood. She likes the mismatch.
Good pass.
But they'll get Vaifanua in rhythm. 3 is off, and it is a rebound by the defense.
It's a really nice pass. Finding an open shooter. Eyes in the back of your head. Would love to knock that down, make it a 1-point game.
Little 9-4 run here has brought them within 4. The 3-point shot is off. Board by Brown, and it's going to be fun to get to her stat line when we get there later on. Wolves trail 23-12. Now, a wonderful opportunity to get 2 more looks at a shot here. 46 seconds, 16 on the shot clock. Petrojetti, 3. It is good, and it is now a 1-point game.
Man, this starting 5 for the Wolves came out looking a little sluggish, but I think all they needed was a reset.
I think you were right. Now the Brown, another rebound.
Oh, no.
And she's on the ground, and we're going to hope it's just one of those things where it's Ginger. She's not, but everybody's going to hang out for a second in what you can ill afford. Was it contact or non-contact?
No, it looked like she stepped on somebody else's foot, so I'm thinking probably the tweak of the ankle. That's what I'm hoping.
Nobody grabbing for knees. This is the tough part about this. I mean, we'll keep it here. What a quarter. Again, somehow, some way, the Wolves have mustered up 25 points or double their output. put in that second quarter as they are now taking their time to make sure that the player of the game so far is okay. Natalie Brown just got the rebound, kicked it out, but immediately went to the floor. Trainers are looking at her, but again, a pretty good second quarter, imagining being down by 11 going into it. So it's a wonderful feeling that she is getting off the court. They are not putting any pressure at all on
that left foot, leg. Yeah. Not what you want to see. She's been very good here tonight, flying around, snagging boards, getting easy
Immediate
buckets.
nonverbal says chances of seeing her probably low, but you never know. That's what we're going to have halftime for. The Wolves are going to have the final possession here, but we'll take a look at that story and find out what we can find out. Now Wells with the ball. Can the Wolves go into the halftime with the lead? That would be the big surprise. Wells behind her
Great
back.
Move.
She'll kick it over to Vaifanua. She goes to the right side, fades back, goes up, misses it. Board picked up and goes right back in. Second effort by Lai New, and it is the Wolves improbably 39-38 heading to halftime. What are your final thoughts there as we go to halftime?
Taking a 1-point lead. What a second quarter. Use that energy, take that into the halftime, and come back out with that same type of energy.
39-38. Wouldn't have expected it. Second half action and an update on Natalie Brown next here on Woo TV. Welcome, everyone, back to the new PE building. About a minute and a half remaining in halftime. The burning question is, it's walking right past me right now. The good news is that Natalie Brown seems to be okay from what seemed to be a lower leg injury, but I have got Cole Weber here to talk to me about the shooting woes of the Wolves in the first quarter, the shooting woes of the Boxers in the second quarter, and the tale of these two quarters that went from a 15-point lead for the visitors to having the Wolves up by 1 at half.
Yeah, man. Western Oregon came out and they couldn't hit the side of a house. They shot 6 of 20 in the first quarter, 30%, and then turned that thing right around and shot 55% in the second quarter. Scored, I believe, was it 27 points in the second quarter alone?
Huge. Basically doubled their output from the first there, Cole. And again, some things that that stand off the page to me. They got their points in the paint. Of the 39, 26 came out of the paint. We saw that with Tao early and then Brown finishing it. And then we got to see, I believe, New with the back bucket at the very end that gave him the lead. And then I like these second chance points again because early on, you and I basically said, like, man, they couldn't buy a rebound. And it's not that they're that much bigger a team, but, like, there's almost no size over there for Pacific.
Right, but yeah, Western Oregon's leading the game in rebounds. They got 24 to Pacific's 20. They got 8 boards. And, yeah, just creating those extra possessions, you're going to turn things around. And just like you said, a 1-point lead after being down as much as 15.
Natalie Brown, 10 points and 7 rebounds. She already is on pace with her points, averaging just under 11 and just under 11 rebounds. I expect to be the double-double to be early on here in the quarters. They go right down to Brown, and this is such a great sight to see. She's short with it, but New comes back with the second chance. And again, maybe a book right out of the Pacific's page. Just getting the second chance opportunities early on, but again, good to see Brown on the court.
Yeah, Brown fading away though on that bucket, especially when you're bigger than your opponent. Get into him. Get up there, make that play.
Cook kicks it back out. McGee already hit a bunch of easy shots for her earlier. It's the last player right now you want to see. It looks like possession is going to go out of bounds and right back to the Wolves, up by 1. And again, they didn't get that lead, I believe, until 1.2 seconds.
Yeah, 1.2, she put it back up and it went down. No time for a Pacific shot.
Again, they've had some up and down results here. I said I was here a couple of weeks ago and they had one taken away from them. Brown, they go right back to her. I don't think I see any of her favoring it. I also know that she wants to be as careful as she can in that situation, but again, they want to try to feed down low. They've had such success there. Tao first and then Brown early, or pretty much from that point on.
Yeah, they found a weakness that they wanted to attack in the Boxer defense.
Cooks hits a great screen right there. And it's got to be underrated because I will just tell you, every time you see Wells for the Wolves get taken out of a play, and she's even saying, I got a little bit of hit there, it's like, you know that she can trail the play, and she's okay with trailing, but the pick was that good.
Man, Wells over there, a good acting performance, really reenacting what happened in that play.
Something about my aching hip, I'm pretty sure. Lindsey Barden at the free throw line. In and out.
Wow. I think that was 3/4 of the way down there, Matthew.
Vera Fanua, I got to get it right. Vi Fanua is so fun to watch. Vi Fanua is just fooling around. I'm going to tell you, watch out, the triple-double could happen. Bella Petrojetti is really struggling, and once you start seeing the basketball not go in, it really becomes a problem. McGee in transition, she misses everything. Ball going to go off of the Boxers, and again, slow start, only 1 bucket here in a minute and 22, that going to Pacific.
This is kind of what we saw at the very beginning of the game. A lot of misses, but errant pass.
I don't like anything in the direction of McGee. I just like her game. She's like, seems to be around the ball a lot. She's made a lot of easy shots and now being a nuisance on the defensive side. Again, they're picking on this thing with Cook and Brown, and she's got to come up with it. And surprised she didn't get the call there on the late hit, but again, now a dozen for Natalie Brown. Also looks to be no ill effects to me.
Nothing. That left foot looks absolutely fine.
Cook now with that long jumper, your favorite shot.
Just 2 feet inside the three-point line. Take a couple steps back, you get an extra point there.
Ava Cook now 4 of 5 in the game. That's kind of her sweet spot. 18 to 19 feet away from the hoop. Left or right side. Petrojetti trying to find fire.
And that's her favorite shot.
I don't disagree with Mr. Weber's assessment there at all. Bella Petrojetti does get fueled, in my opinion, by the three-point shot. It's the way the game is now. McGee, she picks her up on defense, kick out to the corner. Misses everything, air ball, and now it is Vi Fanua looking up, trying to throw somebody open into the front court. It's Petrojetti with a three, back-to-back, no, goes right down low. Oh, what a great pass.
Great play.
Absolutely the best offensive set we've seen in secondary transition. Bella unselfish, wow.
And that's just a give and go. I mean, it's just basic stuff like that.
Cook now taking your advice.
She heard me. She had to have heard me. She took those extra steps back.
I don't like this. You graduated from there. You're giving them inside information. 46-45. Wolves still on top by 1, but a very spirited game. Petrojetti just swiping the hand away of the defender. New has got it. Now they got Brown posted up, and they want to seal her down there. Petrojetti has found fire. Gets it out, and they're going to call the, I don't know.
Call that a travel. I don't know about that. And you see that a lot, watching games at every level.
I don't know. I don't know if Sienna got the walk there. Now, I could be much meaner, and if I had said that was Brooklyn Burke, I'd have said, yes, it is. I apologize, Brooklyn. Playing a wonderful game.
Brooklyn, a resident of Sweet Home, which is just about 15 minutes away from my hometown.
Lebanon,
yeah.
Williams misses. Rebound for Pacific. Going up and under. Now kick out to McGee. Trying to move the ball around the perimeter. Could have been a walk there, but they don't get it. Yeah, they're all calling for it. Coach Marlowe calling for it. Coach Petras now down, looking at everything. And again, she must love the intensity right now on the defensive side for her Lady Wolves, as they have really stymied. Wells now in rhythm. Misses it. Kind of a push shot for her. I think she thought she had it. She started to lean back like she had made it, but could have followed her shot. Petrojetti now going to get called for the foul.
Yeah, and everybody's still calling for the travel. You saw Natalie Brown there.
Colson kind of had her weight going in that direction. Petrojetti just kind of pushed on her, and Youngblood will check in, new to the bench.
Youngblood coming in so far in the game. She's sitting there with 2 baskets, couple layups, 4 points. Esperanza's going to check in for
and with the strongest plus-minus in the game of +9 for the Wolves.
Yeah, had a lot of rebounds too, just bringing the energy.
And that's what you need. Esperanza loses her footing. Henderson's in trouble. That's no walk.
Yeah.
Vi Fanua now has it, wants to push, and she's so fun to watch when she gets here. Cross pass. Petrojetti in the pocket. Looking for the kind bounce, and she gets it. Petrojetti having a much different second half. Wolves now up by 4, their largest lead.
And if you're the boxers, that's not what you want to see. You don't want to see the best player for the Wolves getting hot like that.
Tons of hours in this gym putting up shots. Now her defense coming out. Williams turns the corner.
Good
nice drop pass.
Good pump
Gotta
fake.
give her credit. Youngblood in no man's land and an easy basket for Henderson. Wow, she started off the game like this too, finding those nice little wrinkles inside that interior.
Savvy little pump fake too to get some space.
Petrojetti looking for a pair.
Yep, she's feeling it now.
She's not even demonstrative about it. She just says, all right, we're cool, up 5 now.
And that might be the quietest 20 points I've maybe ever seen. She's got 20 already. 20 already.
Wow, doing the bull dance and feeling the flow. That's crazy. You're right, that is the quietest 20. Henderson with that bucket. Brown on the defense. Esperanza go up with the left hand, up
Good
and
play.
under. In the words of the immortal Lou Palumbo, my father, if you're a little bird, just go underneath and scoop it up. Don't let him block it. There it goes. They're trying it again.
Yep.
On
You're
both sides
absolutely right.
of the ball. Gotta
Shout
watch
out
Wells.
Lou.
Shout out to Lou. 54-49. I don't think when I saw the 15-point game that I would have said the Wolves would be up 5 minutes into the second half. 54-59. It will be a full timeout, but the Wolves right now in control of this game here in the third quarter on Woo TV. 54-49 here at the new PE building. It is Cole Weber and Matt Palumbo joining you alongside. There's Coach Petros talking with one of her players. Very interesting. Bella Petrojetti is easily the leading scorer on this team. Had 9 at halftime. How many points did she have in the first 5.5?
11 in the first 5.5 minutes of this quarter.
So again, on that pace to maybe have a third game this season as the jumper for Pacific makes that timeout look real good. And it is Brooklyn Burke stepping in rhythm and cutting the lead down to 3.
Yeah, Brooke Burke, their second leading scorer on the Boxers, averaging 11.5 points per game. You're waiting for her to kind of catch a rhythm here in this game.
Youngblood goes up and under, no foul called. Youngblood's claim to fame here is the best plus-minus for the Wolves at 13 in this game. Williams almost carried that ball, but picked up by Youngblood. Burke looking for back-to-back and a lead.
And she's hyped. She's feeling it. Look at her there.
You would know better. That is one of your former schoolmates, but Brooklyn Burke now putting on a clinic in not how to travel, but how to shoot. Back-to-back 3 balls. Cook now defending Tao and a bad entry pass. And I think we're going to get a hold either on Burke or Cook.
Calling it on number
Give it on Cook.
Yep. Media timeout.
I guess this is the media timeout. We'll step away. The final 3:25 coming up here on Woo TV. Wolves trailing by 1. They had a 1-point lead, the Wolves did at halftime, but really what's interesting now is on 22 makes, the Wolves have 13 assists, and the Boxers have 13 assists on their 22 makes. What we basically have seen, if you can get a player open, a lot of shots are available.
It's going to go down.
It's going to go down.
Matthew, I think Lethal Shooter might have been in the hallway during halftime, giving teams pointers.
Tao misses everything, and that is not how you want to come out of there, as Williams will go all the way to the bucket. Woo! Tao comes across, and I think it's going to be a hit on afterwards.
Yeah, on the body. She got all ball, but definitely hit her with the body.
It looked like a clean block. Could have been on the follow-through. And there might be a look at this one to make sure it's not what they consider to be intentional or flagrant. I think it's already been called. No. They're going to let him line up.
I didn't think there was any.
I didn't think any malicious.
No. Definitely went for the ball there. Looks like Sade's shoulder.
Williams only 1 of 6 in the game, getting her first free throw attempts on the evening.
And that's the leading scorer for the Boxers, 11.7 a game. Need to get her going. Boxers coming from a lot of different places so far today. Ava Cook with 11, leading scorer for Pacific.
Free throw miss. Youngblood there.
Good board.
Youngblood with a big board. Petrojetti now point forward. 11 points in the quarter. Tao kind of mishandles it. Drops her defender. Goes up with kind touch. Forgot about that backboard, but just nestles it in. And we've had several lead changes here in a very spirited third quarter with high shooting percentages from both teams.
Used that elbow very effectively. Just moved Anya Henderson out of the way.
Esperanza catch and shoot and misses. Petrojetti doesn't get it, but Tao does. They'll go right back to Wells. Wells already looking up court. Looking for a flash or a cut, nothing there. They'll reset. Petrojetti will give a baby screen. Wells back over to Youngblood, up and under. It is hoop and foul, and it is a three-point play opportunity. we've seen this particular action now on the right and on the left side, and I love it.
Jessup kicking it down to Wells in the corner, who gives it right back off the cut. Just a great play, simple play, give and go, but just like you said, it's worked twice now for the Wolves.
And you get it on both sides of the floor. It's a different look on each side. Brown about ready to set back in after the Youngblood free throw. They'll let Tao go to the bench. Again, has had instant impact in both segments of the game. She came in the first quarter and they couldn't score. She got the buckets down low, now getting a breather.
Yeah, definitely making her presence felt in this game. Her and Natalie Brown both down inside for the Wolves. That's where they've had the biggest advantage.
Petrojetti goes to the bench, 2:26. Probably looking if they can with the 4-point lead to keep Petrojetti on the bench with her 20 points leading all scorers. Dribble, drive, Esperanza stops, pops, and it is Youngblood with another rebound. Love the bigs in this game for the Wolves and how they have really shown up after a tough couple of minutes. Wells will go up, Esperanza on the reach-in, and now the aggressors are the Wolves, and it will get Sayana Wells to the free throw line in the charity stripe.
Yeah, she's doing a really good job of creating contact there, driving the action. You're going to get a foul call there if you drive, get some contact with that shoulder. The Boxers taking a lot of shots from the mid-range, not the hallmark of efficiency. They're getting them to go down, but these are just tougher shots than layups and three-pointers.
McGee and Henderson back in the game. Two players the Wolves had trouble with now, and it will be Wells shooting the first free throw, and it is good. 5-point lead, that is the largest. Had that at the 5:19 mark here in the third quarter. Now looking for their largest lead of 6. In and out, rebound.
Good board by Emily Holson. Gets it up to Barton.
Great fake, turnaround jumper. Emily Holson has had moments tonight. She's had another one. Pressure coming. They get it to Youngblood in the middle. The pressure is broken. She'll kick it out to Vaifanua. Far more traditional set when she has the ball as a point guard. Youngblood flashes out. Brown way out of her territory. Now they
Good
got
screen,
5 on the
good
shot
roll.
clock, and there it is.
That's easy.
Gotta love the absolute continuity of the entire offensive set to use the entire 30 seconds to get the shot you were looking for. Wolves up by 5 again. McGee has no hesitation, but does there. I don't even know what just happened. Reach in is going to be on Maya India Thomas.
That's definitely a reach.
Petrojetti does not survive the final 2:26. She will be called upon again. Asked her earlier in the quarter if she was ready to come out. And that was a pretty big no. But rehydrated now here for the final 1 minute and 7 seconds as we will have Lindsey Barden at the free throw line, who has already missed 3 this evening. Make it 1 of 4.
It's one to go down, finally. Lindsey Barden. Boxers need something from her. She's their second guard. Gets them both.
It's a pair. 4-point game. Tao back in.
Twin Towers.
They've got a lot. I mean, you put Brown, Youngblood, and Tao back in, you got problems. And then Petrojetti is your forward out there. They break the pressure easily, now under a minute. 3-point lead, led by 1 at the end of 2. Trailed by 15 in the first. Petrojetti with her 11 points. Now against the shot clock, she'll keep her dribble, kicks it back out to Wells. Wells down low to Tao for the baseline baby jumper, and she misses it, and the foul's going the other way. Looks like they're going to whistle Natalie Brown for the box out.
Yeah, I didn't really know about that. Looked like she just got the chair pulled out from under her there. Gonna get free throws out of it too. Big swing for the Boxers.
Keiki McGee, again, this has been the kind of person that you could get on a buzzsaw. She likes seeing the basket go in. She's had a really nice game from the floor for them.
Yeah, 11 points right now for McGee. He's made a couple nice passes. Just been doing everything right so far today. And as I say that,
11 points in the game.
I knew she was going to miss it right after I said that.
You're getting some of your sportscasters jinx, merit badges here tonight. Vaifunua will look over to Wells to reset. And again, I like this the best because she can really look things over.
Looks like she got poked in the eye there, Wells.
But she goes on her own, goes up, misses it. Tua gets it, goes back up, and she won't be denied, but she is by an unkind rim. 13 seconds. Will it be the Boxers
Good pass.
tied or with the lead? Shot is off. Tao, another rebound. Can she get it out to somebody? Wells has it. She'll get to the middle of the court. She gets it down to Petrojetti. It's open. It's good if it goes, and she misses it. Great look from Wells down to Petrojetti. We'll head to the fourth quarter. Wolves on top of the Boxers, 62-60 here on Woo TV. Quarter, but the way this is going, who knows? We might get more basketball out of this.
Yeah, been really, really close, basically all the way, but you go back to about, 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. It was a 15-point lead for the Boxers. Since then, just a completely different game.
Henderson drops, the pivot foot goes up, Strong misses it.
Nothing but air there.
Vaifunua comes up with a rebound, and I am going to start watching things very closely.
Good pass.
Missed by Youngblood. Again, I think Youngblood's shelf life out there, I don't know if it's fitness related or not, but if she can give you 2-3 strong minutes and then you're pulling, wow, that is a big bucket out in the corner.
Sade Williams. Just her second bucket of the game.
Is the lead right back to the Boxers. Petrojetti had 11 in the third quarter. 20 points in the game. 3 points above her season average.
Wow.
A little fadeaway, and she shakes it like, I don't know what I just did, but it went in.
That's how you know you're on a heater. Throwing up everything. She's got 22 now in the game.
Sade Williams after that no-conscious 3 on the previous possession. Boxers down 1. She kicks the pass out, missed shot, but a second opportunity to give it right back to Williams, and that is her spot. She misses it. But again, Wells with a rebound, has Petrojetti out to the left. She'll go. Petrojetti stops, back to Wells. The reset, Youngblood, if she goes back door, probably has a layup. Doesn't get it. Kick out over to Vaifunua, and she shoots and she scores. What a game for the starting point guard, Enid Vaifunua. 13 points. She has 8 rebounds and 5 assists. I told you, it's weird. Just watch the numbers just steadily climb with her. Natalie Brown, next dead ball to check in. Henderson with the Boxers has it. Working on the shot clock, 15. Three-pointer from the Boxers. Bang, it is good, and it's another 1-point game.
The red rifle.
Yeah, man, the Wolves have only been able to get out 6 once. And now they got loose with the ball, and the pressure from the Boxers pays off, and they've got numbers. Wells goes straight up, doesn't foul, and it's a 1-point game on the easy bucket from Barden.
Points off turnovers. When you get a 2-on-1, probably going to score, and that's what the Boxers did.
Wells has it. Now back over to Vaifunua, and again, as helter-skelter as she looks, she does really bring a calm atmosphere to the offensive side. As Tua goes, and now, again, going to fade back with that wonderful touch, and she gets it. Coach Petros even said, hey, how about a little foul maybe? But again, they go back and forth. We traded these possessions and trading leads right now.
Tao is doing whatever she wants down low tonight.
8th lead change. Sade Williams is not going to not shoot, and it is good.
And I think she got the lid taken off, because just like that, 2 3-pointers after basically doing nothing for 3 quarters.
Crazy start, 7-11 on the board. Wolves are trailing by 2, and they have been a stranger to actually being in the deficit now here for over a quarter. So strange to see it. Back-to-back buckets, I think on 4 possessions, and we saw that lead go back and forth. Right now, Pacific up by 2, 71-69. And again, players getting hot at the right time on both sides of the ball, and they seem to be working through it. At least with Pacific, they're working their offense through Sade Williams.
Yeah, Sade Williams and even Emily Holson hitting a 3 there, just trying to get their leading scorers involved. Sade leading the Boxers in scoring, Holson 3rd. When you get your best players hot at the right times, good things usually happen.
7-11 on the clock, and funny enough, the Wolves have only scored 7, and Pacific has scored 11. Points in the paint. Again, I'll just keep harping on this. The Wolves have 40 of their 69 are coming in the paint. All of that credit really going to, like, they've got this nice core down there between Brown, Tao, and Youngblood, and I won't even forget a little bit of Salai New. I mean, they've really been able to get buckets from multiple players down low. Both teams with 17 assists. Wolves have turned the ball over 11 times, and Pacific only 7. So
and that's the difference in the game right there.
I think it is too. I think that, you know, live ball turnovers, if you're at all like me, and I'm an ardent fan since 1977 of the Portland Trailblazers, Coach Chauncey Billups hates live ball turnovers like that they just had. When you get an easy conversion like that, that's not what he wants. Fanua breaks the pressure on her own. Kick out to Petrojetti in rhythm.
Yep.
Shoots and hits, and this is becoming a formula.
It looked like she kind of tweaked her ankle there. Came down, I believe, on Emily Holson's foot. Kind of gingerly moved down the court.
Wolves get the lead back. Now 13 lead changes, and most of them coming over the last 4 minutes of action in this game. Barden gets blocked by Brown. Brown now taking her time, wants to get it out. She'll find Wells. Wells on the left side. Looking for Brown to establish position. She'll go down to the other block. Start with Petrojetti here. They're going to try to set the screen with. She'll go one-on-one. And the ball's going to stay here. And again, you could be saying she could be laboring a little bit on a little tweak there. She seems to be fine. They'll have the ball out of bounds with 20 on the shot clock, 6:24 remaining, and up by 1. New and Brown are in there as well. This is the original starting 5, I believe.
You are correct.
Petrojetti, and this is becoming so fun to watch, and a late foul going to get called on the follow-through. Even shooters can get calls.
Petrojetti going to the line. She was there earlier in the game and missed them both, which was pretty surprising.
Henderson gets whistled for the foul, her second. Petrojetti again. I think she prefers to have a hand basically somewhat blocking or impeding the view of the hoop. She'll get 1 of 2. Wolves now out in front by 2 points. Haven't been able to stretch this thing past 5.
Back in the game is Youngblood.
And again, I think it comes in those bursts. It's a wave with her.
Yep.
And you're looking, hey, maybe over the next 2.5 minutes, what can we get out of Selma Youngblood right now? Out defending on Williams. That says a lot about how Pete Strauss thinks about her as a player. The best player is being guarded by Youngblood right now. Esperanza, dribble drive, stops, kicks out. Williams for 3, it goes out, and again, another rebound, and I believe the double-double is on now for Enid Fanua. Now Petrojetti, no-look pass for 3, misses it. Youngblood trying to tip it from over the top. Are they going to call over the back?
Yes, they will.
Trying to listen to somewhere in the crowd where that energy was going to come from. Sounds like it came from the opposing team's bench. Youngblood was boxed out, tried to reach over the top of Lindsey Barden, but foul will be called on the Wolves.
Ava Cook coming back in the game for the Boxers. Was leading the game in plus minus with 22.
Yeah, kind of like she's on the court, they do good things. Barden goes up and under,
Wow.
and that is all sorts
Look
of
at
guts.
that.
I mean, she didn't, reckless regard, but she goes in and gets the bucket and ties the game up again.
All 5'5" of her going in
I believe
with the
that's only,
trees.
I think it's our first tie since 0-0. Brown able to reestablish position, left-handed, goes up, misses, but Cook has it and she gets hit. Brown saying, hey, I had my hands on the ball.
I'm going to disagree with her there. I saw a little bit of arm in between there, Natalie.
So you took some, I was going to say, you took some anatomy and kinesiology classes. I'm like, how so? Tell me, please do. McGee back in the game. Again, she will be looked at as a facilitator and as a scorer as she heads off, and she is looking for screens right now. Holson cut off, gets it to McGee. Esperanza waiting, pondering, nothing there. Wolves now switching on D. I love the action from the Wolves. Fanua picks up McGee. Esperanza now against that shot clock, goes up, misses it, but they cannot get the board. Youngblood, again, making it difficult for the reset. 18 on the shot clock, but second chance points. Again, not a lot of them for Pacific, only 9 in the game. Youngblood just absolutely says, I refuse for this ball to be coming inbounds on this side of the court at this point. Esperanza has it. Been having it wrong, and Esperanza has been all over. I apologize. Esperanza is now in the corner wearing 21. Great take, but a miss.
Good pass, man. That's a great pass.
That was so deliberate by Cindy Esperanza. Cindy Esperanza's only taken one shot all night, and she wasn't taking that. Easy assist for the guard.
As a former point guard, those are the ones that really get me hyped.
Now we're going tall to tall, out to tall. I like this. Petrojetti step back three, misses it.
Good board.
Youngblood gets the board, kicks it back out. Now Wells for three, she buries it. And the Wolves have the lead as this teeter-totter affair of the fourth quarter continues. That is now a 13th lead change, all in the last 6 minutes of this game.
Yeah, imagine if somebody left after the first couple minutes of the game. They come back, they say, what? You said how many lead changes?
How many lead changes? Oliver now looking for Esperanza out in the corner. She'll stop. Wells again. Cook down low with Brown. A great one-on-one battle, and somehow Youngblood at the ground, but now Wells has it. She's looking for
good pass.
Fanua down low. She is mobbed, but she'll kick it back out to Petrojetti. She'll get it out to Brown. Brown tumbling down and scores the easy bucket. Wolves now on top by 3, approaching the 3-minute mark. Unselfish basketball by the Wolves.
Great ball movement, way to move it around. Hit the rim running big, easy 2.
I already know what the call is.
I guess it's a push. I didn't see it, but
Natalie Brown's 4th foul on what I would consider to be not the best foul call you can see in this position, but it is problematic for the Wolves as it has been a game that has gone back and forth here in the fourth quarter. Only a 3-point game right now at the moment, Cole, and that is our first player with 4 fouls.
4 fouls. And
only got 5.
Only get 5. I was thinking NBA with 6, but yeah, you're right. This is college basketball.
Yeah. Last time this is crazy. The all-time series in this thing is 21-7. Over the last 10 was 6-4 for the Wolves, I believe, or actually Pacific. 1-3 in a row. These teams have not played since the 75-57 win at Pacific by the Wolves in the 94-95 season. Good golly, a senior in high school I was. So here we are now in a 3-point game that has seen all the ebbs and flows with a big lead for the visitors at 15 in the first quarter. Now it is the Wolves on top by 3 as they scrambled all the way through that second quarter, actually to go into the half with a 1-point lead. But it's been a back and forth affair now. We have had 15 lead changes since about a minute to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, this game has been something, and just looking at the stat sheet now, Western's been dominating the boards, especially since that first quarter where they couldn't grab anything. The only thing really keeping the Boxers in it is they're making threes and they're forcing turnovers.
Cook and her big plus minus going up against Brown and her 4 fouls. Dribble drive by the Boxers, and it was a great dribble drive there by good old Keiki McGee. And it is just, again, she is fun to watch. Her mindset on the offensive side of the ball is to be in a very threatening position.
She's got 11. Ava Cook coming in with 13, and Lindsey Barton, 14.
3 players in double digits right now for the visitors. 3 here for the Wolves as well. 6 in total in the game. Trying to make it a 1-point in the game is McGee. She'll get the kind bounce. Pair of free throws draws it within a 1-point game. Wolves have never been ahead by more than 5. By Fanua over to Wells. Wells picked up by Barden. Now one-on-one goes up. Youngblood is going to get called for what I will say, and now you're going to hear me say it, one of the weakest calls I've seen in a long time. All she did was put her hand there. Wow.
And they called that on.
Not on me.
For a second, I thought it was you, but.
Well, I know I wasn't getting that. I've seen Petras get called for 2 now. Could be on Marlowe. I'm not gonna conjecture. I don't think any magic words were said though.
Right.
Yeah,
I didn't hear anything. And
gotta love me some Rashid when I need him. Ball don't lie. The ball don't lie. Gets a pair. Here we are tied again for the second time. And again, I will tell you one of the great lessons I learned as a freshman in high school from an old coach. He said, why 3? Why is she getting 3 free throws? Could somebody explain that to me? There was a foul, now technicals. I'm like, what? She's still shooting. This is now it's borderlining on bizarre.
4. That was 4, wasn't it?
So the technical assessed is 2. The foul assessed is 2. This went from a 1-point lead to a 2-point deficit. So if I now want to say that I think that the call was semi-weak, now I think the call becomes very strong because now it's 2:48 and you got to be going on a over-the-back call that I think it's a no call in that situation. But here we are. But basketball, I'll tell you, is a contact sport.
Yes.
Football is a collision one. Cook now goes down low, out to, and sets the pick and holds the pick. But again, Youngblood comes up big again. When they've needed possession, number 4 has come up with the defensive boards. 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and 13 points for Enid.
She's getting there.
5 Fanua, up and under. She'll kick it back out. Now with 12 on the shot clock. Waiting to come back and reset. They'll go to Brown. The reach-in's not there. She'll go up with the strong but soft left hand, and we are tied again for a 3rd time at 80, all 2 minutes remaining. Barden will come into the front court.
Brown sitting with 18 and 8. Close to that double-double.
Could have been a pick on there that Cook got called on, but now Petrojetti comes up because Youngblood gets the swat. Now Vaifanua 2-on-1 by herself. Stops, looking for Brown. Goes back out, they'll reset. The clock is their friend in a tie ball game. You are looking for good looks. They have found it out of these sets. Will Brown roll? She doesn't, but Petrojetti comes to it, and she's not afraid of the moment or the shot. Wells has it with 10. Now it is a complete reset. Brown will set a quick screen. Now picked up by Williams. Not there. The lefty goes up, misses it. Youngblood gets the tap, and the ball goes out. Got to give the extra effort all to Pacific tonight. They have been money on the 50-50 ball tonight. They have been able to get something out of nothing. And now looking to get a lead, going up and under. No foul called. Brown comes out of the land of giants. Lot of contact. Game still tied under a minute.
Barden and McGee going into the trees, not getting anything in the last 2 possessions for Pacific.
I don't know. It didn't feel like an exhibition. Feels pretty real to me now. 55 seconds remaining in a game that is tied and that is seen I'd say really almost, if you want to say like the tale of like 4 quarters, it's been like seasons. And this one has been kind of, I'd say, a little bit more cold and to the point. I mean, it's winning time.
Absolutely. 55 seconds left. This is where you make your money right here.
I mean, can you imagine a foul gets called you don't want, and then you get a technical called on you? I mean, it said you got to invent ways to kind of lose.
Right.
And I'm not going to, I mean, we don't know anything yet. I mean, I always am a big believer sometimes that you do need that penalty in a football game, or you do need that shot in the arm, but I don't know if you need it that late in the game where we've seen nobody's going to pull away.
I thought Western Oregon had the upper hand there, kind of dug themselves another hole.
Best you can assume out of these situations, 55 seconds remaining, speaking here with Cole Weber, is that they have 2 more possessions in this game, at minimum. Brown out of the timeout. She wants to take on Cook one-on-one. There's no help. Up and under. She misses it. And a very late whistle, and it is going to be a chance for Brown to go to the free throw line. I would not actually call that a makeup call. I just think that's the right call. I don't know if I could put Brown down there one-on-one right now.
No, I mean, probably got to send another if you're Pacific. She creates the contact. She's going to get to the rim every single time. I mean, she's got 18 and 8, like I said. 2 for 2 with the line so far, and she's shooting 61% for the season.
Wolves, excuse me, out in front again. So exciting. 44.3, 1-point game. Second free throw looms large now. Both
there it is.
Are good.
Gets them both.
2 players now in the 20-point, and now the first time we've seen pressure come from the Wolves here in the entire game. All they want to do is eat away some precious seconds. Barden, primary ball handler in most sets like this for the Boxers. She takes on Vi Fanua. She's cut off. Has it out to McGee. McGee picked up by Wells. Long arms are there. Henderson reaches out. Brown has the 4 fouls. It could have been a double dribble, but
Definitely
they don't call it.
Oh my goodness.
Huge block by Brown. Sends it to the ground, and that's going to be a shot clock violation.
How about that defense?
That was amazing.
Man, everybody, all 5 players on the court for the Wolves working as one.
I think that was the one. I think that was capped. I don't know what capped is, but that was capped.
That was definitely capped.
that was how I used to feel like going up against Stacy Bird. She was a great high school basketball player, my friend. She went on to play at St. Mary's and become a doctor, but I couldn't shoot against her. It was just like that. Well, 12.4 seconds here. Now, really, you only have 2 things you want to think about. Good inbound set and get it to your best free throw shoot.
Right.
That's all you're thinking. Or just get somebody with a high percentage, you would say.
Yeah, get the ball to Pedro Jetty, 80% on the year.
And what a bounce back this would be right now, Cole Weber. And you got to think about it. When you drop one by the margin that they did last week.
Yeah, in Alaska.
I mean, that's a long ride home, and it's a long week to think about it. And you were down 15, and it looks like it's getting away from you, and now you're in the driver's seat. You've got pole position.
Yeah, and I think you can thank the bench who came in and gave a spark.
Brown has it. Brown already has 2 quick free throws here, looking to get 21 and 22 if she scores, I believe. And again, already perfect at the line with 11.1. They're only able to draw. Actually, they had a foul to give, so here we go again. More time can come off. And they feel content with giving it to Brown.
I think
another one. Wow.
One more, yeah. Just had 2 to give. Which 2 seconds.
Now we flip it up. Brown not going to be the one that catches here. Youngblood down low, but they got to get this ball in. They throw it back, and they get it to Wells. And I like it in her hands because she's a good decision maker. And so first thing that she did, and that took all of those plays ended up taking nearly 4 seconds off of the clock. That's not insignificant.
Not at all.
Specifically if you make both.
Right. Wells shooting 60% on the season. Gets the first.
And that's, 1's nice, 2 would be better.
There you go, 4-point game. Maybe puts it out of reach.
Here comes the final timeout, and this is the best part if you are the Wolves. And this is the easiest, I would think the easiest thing to probably do when you were playing football games, you were going to win, and you knew you were going to win, or if you were going to, clock's going to go out, victory formation, just take the knee. They don't need to do anything.
Nothing. Don't get close to anybody on this play. Don't even give them a chance to call a foul. Don't even
There are
breathe on
some
him.
people who are in the school of thought. Foul here. No.
Let him jack up that shot. Let him take that layup.
I want,
they
it,
want a layup.
I want it to be a free throw contest. I don't know how many timeouts they have left. So, I mean, if they have another timeout.
They have one, I believe.
That's the only way they're going to stop the clock. But, I mean, I'm letting them put up that three. I'm not contesting. I want the rebound. I want the ball.
What I think the Boxers are going to do, with 8 seconds left in the game, I think they're going to try to just get a quick 2 and then play that free throw game, play the foul game.
We'll see.
Which is what you want if you're the Wolves.
Nothing like having a 4-point lead with 8.1 seconds, trying to get a first win in this building in over 2 years. And valuable time ticking away. Henderson gets it. McGee goes up strong.
You got it.
She hits it. Now, can they get a steal? They don't. Petrojetti gets it with 1.9. Has to make one or both.
Man, too much time there for Anya Henderson. Dropped the pass and then didn't give it up in time. A lot of valuable seconds wasted for the Boxers there.
Well, if you think about what happened there in that offensive sequence and then the 3 sequences that it took the Wolves to get the ball in bounds on their previous possession, clock management's been pretty good so far for the Wolves.
For the Wolves, yeah.
Petrojetti now with 27 points. 28.
Make it 28. Look at that.
And so now it is absolutely the last timeout. And again, you have to bring your players on the court, but you don't need them to do anything.
Yeah, if they could stand over here by the bench, that would be just as good.
I would never want to be disrespectful to another opponent, but yeah, it's one of those, like, do not even introduce the idea that you could foul somebody on a 3-point shot. Well, you get to make some executive decisions here, Mr. Weber. At 1.9 seconds left, barring any sort of strange miracle, who is your player of the game for the Wolves, and who would you like to interview first? Yes, I'm putting that on you.
For me, and I think just how the game has gone, I know Petrojetti had 28, but I think it's got to go to Natalie Brown, just because how much she controlled the game from inside and in the paint and really turned things around there in the second quarter. Also coming back from a little bit of what we thought was maybe a leg injury.
See, you're a naturalist. You're already talking it out. If we can get through 1.9 seconds and not some crazy, farcical 4-point play, then you can talk to Natalie.
Love to do so. Love to do so. Let's just get through these 1.9.
I know. I don't think I can jinx this unless somebody does something that it's unconscionable, which is you cannot foul here. You don't need to reach in. They can let anybody receive it. Shot is up, and it is off, and the Wolves come out with an 86-82 victory, trailing by 15 in the first quarter, go into halftime leading by 1 in a game that saw 17 lead changes.
17.
Games tied. It's the Wolves getting 86 points and coming out on top 86-82. As I get momentarily off my headset, I will give it off to Cole Weber so he can talk to one Natalie Brown, because Natalie Brown did end up with 20 points and 9 rebounds. Petrojetti leading the way with 28, and then it's Enid Vaifanua and her 13 points. Wolves will move their record to 4-5. On behalf of myself, Matt Palumbo, I'm going to let my man Cole Weber talk to the one and only and incomparable Natalie Brown about this game. Give us just a moment.
Natalie, first off, got to introduce myself. I'm Cole Weber.
Nice to meet
you. Yeah, first game calling for the Wolves here. And how about that? 4-point victory. What were you thinking when you went down there with that injury late, last play of the second half, basically? What were you thinking going into halftime?
That it was just time to turn it on. Time to play for me, time to play for my team, and pull out a victory.
Yeah, man, you guys controlled the paint. You especially got the stat sheet right here. I mean, almost a double-double. You're averaging a double-double this season, 10-10. But you come in with 20-9. How do you feel like your advantage against the Boxers was going into this game?
Just had to play strong, play physical. Just physicality in the paint is really what did it. Being patient.
What do you think you got to do going forward into the next game? I mean, who do you guys got coming up next? Wish I had looked. Not prepared. The new guy's not prepared.
Humboldt.
Cal Poly.
Yep.
Cal Poly. How do you feel about Cal Poly in 9 days?
I'm excited. I'm excited to play again. Coming off a victory feels good. And we have a lot to improve on, and I think next game's time to show up and show out.
Awesome, Natalie. It was a great game. Great job tonight. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
You're good to go. Thanks, everybody, for showing up and listening. That's it for Woo TV. I'm Cole Weber. Have a good one.